In this video, I'm going to show you how to make short rows for Balaclava Tiye. But first, let me just explain to you why do we need short rows. And actually, it really depends on the fit that you like. In this hat, there are short rows, and you can see the short rows are done here, right? So it has a little bit of an arc close to the back of the neck, which makes the head more fitted. If you would, for example, skip the short rows, you would have a more straight line here that would go this way, which will make the head and the balaclava more roomy, more oversized feeling. So if that's something you like, you can still absolutely skip short rows and you will just have a more wider fit. But if you do want a more fitted look, then let's see how to make short rows. I will show you on the example here with the white yarn, which is a little bit easier to see. So imagine this is where you start. You have your faceband here. You've been knitting a little bit and now you came to the part where it says that you need to do short rows. So the first step is to knit in the pattern, to knit a certain amount of stitches. This amount of stitches is just all the stitches on your needle beside the last two. So let's do that. We'll just knit until there are only 2 stitches left on our left needle. And this is where we will make our first turn. So step 1, knit until there are a certain amount of stitches. There are going to be 2 stitches left on your left needle. Now we need to make a turn. The way we do it is we turn our work around and we take the stitch here with the yarn in front. We slip it purlwise on our right needle and we tuck the yarn behind so that it forms a double stitch that will look like this. That's why it's called double stitch. It does look like a double stitch. So now we tuck it tightly. There are no gaps. Now step 2, we are going to purl until there are 2 stitches left on our left needle. So we are purling now. This is step 2. Here we are. 2 stitches left, right? Perfect. So now we turn our work. Again, with the yarn in front, here we need to slip the stitch from the left needle to the right needle. We're doing it like this and tuck it behind, and again we will have a double stitch. Step 2 is complete. Now we're going to step 3. So what we need to do now is we need to knit 2 stitches before the double stitch, and you can see the double stitches here, right? So we're going to knit till this point 2 stitches before, and we're going to turn here. And what it does is that we are working mostly the middle of the head, not the ends of the head. We always turn before. So it creates more fabric here on the top and makes it more fitted closer to the neck. Right? So let me show you. Step 3. Okay. Actually, I did one more. That was not necessary. We need 2 stitches before. So I'm going to just fix this one. Yes. So now you can see we have a double stitch here. I'm going to turn 2 stitches before this double stitch. So I'm turning again, and I'm putting this stitch as we did before from left needle to the right and tuck the yarn behind. And again, what I'm doing now, and that this is the whole movement from now on, we're knitting or purling 2 stitches before the double stitch. If you have troubles, by the way, if you have trouble seeing where the double stitch is, because the double stitch will always now move, we're going to have more double stitches. So you can always put a little stitch marker. So for example, you're turning here, you can put a stitch marker here. So then you would know the next time that you would need to turn 2 stitches before the stitch marker. So now I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna purl 2 stitches before the latest double stitch, right? So we always do it before the last double stitch. Here I am. You see I have my double stitch here. It looks pretty obvious, right? So 2 stitches before I'm turning. And then I have here on that side, because we already did a few turns, I will have 2 double stitches. 1 and 2. This one is 2. And so I would need to turn here 2 stitches before the latest double stitch. And we continue this way as pattern indicates. And then the last step would be actually knitting all the double stitches. So what you would need to do is, once you've done all your double stitches, you would just knit you see, you get into your double stitch. So you would knit it as 1 stitch. You see, I get here, I knit it as 1 stitch. So we will knit until the end of the row, knitting all double stitches as 1 stitch. And that's basically it.